My name is William Amwayi. I'm the technical assistant to the ISO president, seconded to the ISO president's office from the Kenya Bureau of Standards. I joined in KEBS in the year 2008 as a quality assurance officer in Food and Agriculture Department, specifically working in the area of animal feeds. That is where my expertise is. I'm an animal scientist by profession. I studied a Bachelor of Science in Animal Production and later did a Master's in Project Management. I offer executive support to the ISO president in terms of laying out his agenda during his tenure. I also offer one place that we offer a liaison support because we connect between here and the ISO Central Secretariat. Remember, the headquarters of ISO is based in Geneva, so we liaise between the staff in Geneva and here in Nairobi. Just if there is anything that the ISO president needs to do, any matter that needs his attention. I also offer support in terms of speech. And here, when I say speech, basically the president participates in terms of conceptualization and the kind of ideas that he wants to be able to put across. So for me, it's just to weave the president's idea into what he needs to be able to communicate to the rest of the world in terms of, in terms of standard. Basically, my day starts at 5 a.m. I get up at 5 a.m. I do the normal preparation. I leave my house by 6 and I'm in the office by 7 in the morning. The first thing on the table is to review the president's activity for the day, what needs his attention. The second one is to look at the local dailies also. What maybe it's the current trending topic, and also I also look at the emails. Remember, from ISO Central Secretariat, there could be something which needs the president's attention. So basically, I also have to look at the emails. I would also do some reading, any other publication related to standard and standardization during the day, and also brief him what needs his attention. For example, today we had received a request from Italy, which is a key strategic member of ISO, requesting the president to participate in the centenary celebration for the Italian standards body. They're celebrating 100 years since its establishment. So they want the president to participate, to give his set of remarks. So basically, we had to do a video shoot, a pre-recorded message for the president to the Italian nation on how important standards are, and especially to not only the Italian people and to also the rest of the world. Remember, Italy was established 100 years ago, even before ISO being established. One of the greatest experience, I would say, it's traveling across the world, which has been exciting and at the same time challenging. For example, I was privileged to travel with the ISO president to Cape Town, South Africa, during the ISO General Assembly. And one of the key things that I learned and experienced is meeting different people with different cultures across the world. Remember, ISO is a global standards body with over 164 member countries across the world. So then you got to interact with different people, and the president meets different people, and each and every meeting you've got to note what is expected of the president and make that a reminder to him that there are certain key tasks that needs to be done. And one of the learnings through this particular journey also is just the working of the world, that you have to work with military precision and respond to each and every issue. Timeliness is very, very key here, that you cannot sit on your laurels and wait that, over 24 hours. So then you have to work in such a way that you respond to things that needs his attention as quickly as possible, even going past the normal required time. Because again, the world is 24 hours and we work throughout, looking at different time zones. And also, one of the key learnings that I've learned, the importance of learning different languages. For example, today, as I mentioned earlier, we were working on a text to go to Italy. So knowledge in foreign languages like, for example, French, Arabic, Russian. Remember, Russian is one of the languages of ISO, French. So at the end of the exercise, I think I would want to learn one or two languages. I think it is one of the greatest assets, working in an international office.
Yes, Signori. At each and every, ladies and gentlemen, so yes. So I think it's one, two.
Being a technical assistant, it's something that does involve the mind, and I've always wanted to work in such kind of an environment, because first of all, it is engaging. It requires you also to read and research. Remember, the ISO president has his own agenda, within the standardization community. So then I have to gel in with his agenda and what he needs to achieve during his particular tenure. So I don't actually believe that I'm leaving my career. Actually, I'm leaving, to say the least, I'm leaving my career, because this is the trajectory that I've always wanted to live in. I mean, supporting, being the behind figure, and making, the boss to be able to achieve his particular objective. Being selected to work for the ISO president was such an honor. And up to now, I think it is a journey that personally for me, I cherish and I will always hold dear to me, because I've quite learned a lot in the area of speech writing. I've been able to interact with different members across the world in terms of standardization. I have been able to grow from time to time. Remember, the ISO president is somebody who has a lot of knowledgeable in the corporate world. So I've been able also to learn, to be able to learn from him. So then I would say it was such an honor, and it is a journey that I continue to cherish up to now.